My God. Yo, bro. Alexander, you gotta explain this for the people right now, bro. And congrats on the child, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. Wait, what am I explaining? Did I just walk into something? Oh, Lord.
When you met your wife, like,
hold on.
Would you, if she would have said, babe, I don't want to get out of debt. I like rocking where I'm at. Would you have still married her? Would you have still pursued her?
Ooh, that's an excellent question.
Yo, what's going on, fam? It's your boy, Anthony O'Neill, and welcome back to the, you already know, the table, where we have a real, relevant, and
relatable.
You got it this time. That's what I'm talking about.
I know. People in the comments be telling me, Connor is slacking.
Yes.
I was ready.
Yes. Well, today, you guys, I am so excited because we have a two-time author. And you've seen her on the LA Times, Yahoo Finance, who has a huge passion to help women transfer their money. Single ladies, all ladies, who's going to be a good show? A popular influencer and speaker, founder of the Girl Talk with Bo podcast and MamaAndMoney.com. Please welcome to the table the one and only, my sister, my friend, a new mother, fresh out the womb, baby.
Fresh.
Yes, Bo Alexander. What's going on, sis? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Anthony? It's been a minute, but hey, we're here again.
It has been a minute. It's been a minute because I was on your podcast and your show. And I mean, thank you so much for helping me promote my book and supporting the cause. And I definitely had to have you on my show because, you know, we two brothers and sisters, and we got to support each other.
Let me tell you, that book has come in handy now that I have a kid. Like, we are doing the 529 plan. So that's one of the things we talked about. And we're getting her ready for college already. She's just 3 months. So we're getting ready.
Already got the 529 rolling.
Already.
I like your husband. I mean, this is amazing. Again, congrats on the newborn. But let's have a conversation because you know me. Here at the table, I love to talk about money. I love to talk about success. Let's go to the beginning of your story. So I remember you paid off. How much debt?
So a total of $78,000 in less than 3 years, and $47,000 of that was in 6 months.
$47,000 in 6 months, $78,000 total within 3 years.
Yep.
I got to ask you this question. Why? Like,
why did I pay it off?
Yeah, why did you say, you know what, I'm tired of it? And then in 6 months, you really got serious. Like, what was that thing that made Fo be like, yo, I'm done. I want to become debt-free.
So there were two things that kind of sparked my whole debt-free journey. The first one was actually my husband, then boyfriend at the time. When we started getting serious about dating, he brought up the fact that he was debt-free. And debt-free, not a car loan, not a student loan, not credit card, debt-free.
Bro, man didn't even have a car loan?
He paid for his car cash. So, you know, like, who does that?
Yes.
Who does that? So when we started dating and getting serious, he told me that. I was like, okay, well, I need to get myself together because I got a lot of student loan debt. And I was trying at the time, by that point, I was, kind of working a budget, trying to get things together. But he was the start of me really getting on my debt-free journey because I was like, there's no way I'm going to marry this guy and bring on so much debt into the relationship. So that's kind of what sparked it. And I got really aggressive about paying off the loans. He actually gave me the Total Money Makeover by Dave.
What? Wait. Your husband, then boyfriend, gave you Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. I got to ask this question.
The book, yeah.
I got to ask this. Is he a brother?
He is. He's a unicorn, Anthony. He is a unicorn.
He a brother, and he didn't have no debt, and he was reading Dave Ramsey.
He's a smart guy. Yeah. So he discovered Dave in college. So by the time he got out of college, he had already saved up money from like his internships or whatever. So when his deferment was over, he just went ahead and paid the loan off. Yeah.
Is your husband home? Is he home?
He's with the baby. Yeah,
he's with the baby. At the end of the show, he got to make an appearance. I just have to say thank you. This my man right here. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to your story. We talking about Fo, then we're going to talk to Mr. Alexander. All right, so your husband sparked I got to come to this marriage correct, okay?
So he sparked it. And I remember watching an interview with, at the time, President Obama and Mrs. Obama, and they were talking about still paying off student loan debt. And I'm like, whoa, you got like a president and their attorneys and they're still paying off their debt and they're in their 40s. And I was like, there's no way I want to go the rest of my life carrying debt. So those were the two things that really made me want to really kickstart my debt-free journey. And so at the time I was single, so any windfalls of money that I had, I put towards debt. I downsized my living. I cut back expenses. Like I did all the things that I needed to do to free up cash to start paying off debt. So by the first year, I paid off a little over a year, I paid off all of my undergraduate student loans. That was about $24,000. And then I started attacking my graduate student loans, which was the bulk of it. We ended up getting engaged. So I slowed down so that we could cash for our wedding. And then after we got married,
wait. You talking too fast. Calm down. I just did the Dave Ramsey show, right? And guy paid $40,000, financed it, his wedding. You telling me y'all ain't financed a dime?
And we did not.
How much money y'all spending y'all wedding for?
Ooh, Anthony, don't get me in trouble.
No, say you paid cash. How much you pay for it?
We paid. It had to be north of 20.
Oh, okay.
Anthony.
So the average wedding is going to be about 25K.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that means...
It was expensive.
Okay, cool. But you paid cash.
We paid cash and our parents helped out. People pitched in and blessed us with a lot of things. So, yeah, but we paid cash. We were not going into debt for a wedding.
I ain't mad at you, sis. We good. All right, finish your story. I like this.
So I paused to pay for the wedding so we could cash for the wedding. And then after we got married, of course, we combined our finances, attacked it. And in the first 6 months of our marriage, we completely paid off the rest of the debt. And in that process, we cut back on stuff. We didn't, do what they tell most married couples to do, which is buy a house and, get the picket fence and all that stuff. We didn't do that. We found an affordable apartment that we could fit all of our stuff in, didn't buy any new furniture. And we paid it off. And so that's been my journey. And so now that we are free, except for our mortgage, which we're on the same wavelength as you, we're getting this thing paid off.
Yes.
Now that we're free from debt, it's like we can give, and I want to show other people how to do it as well.
Y'all in your 30s or your 20s, Phil? I can't remember your age.
30s, yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So let's go a little bit deeper, because clearly why you're on here, because you bring substance, you bring something strong to the table. You've walked the walk. You had the debt, you paid it off. And I know you have a heart and passion for ladies right now, all ladies, but specifically you're really trying to help married ladies bring some income to the table. I want to ask you this question, and then I'm just going to follow your lead, and let's just have a real conversation. Hearing your story, there may be a married woman right now saying, dang, or there could be a single woman saying, dang, like she attacked her debt before she got married. Like, do I got to pay off all my debt, or do I need to start attacking it too before I get married? What do you recommend to that single person that once was you? Like, all right, if you have a lot of debt and you are dating someone seriously, what should they be doing? How should they be thinking? Should they be attacking their debt? What's that process that you think that they should be doing right now?
Definitely attack the debt, and don't do it just for a relationship. You need to be doing it for yourself. Part of my story was that I didn't want to go in the marriage with the debt, but even if I wasn't, going to get married, I didn't want to have that debt for myself. There were things that I wanted to accomplish in life that debt was going to hinder for me. So do it for yourself, not necessarily for the relationship, but do it. Start working and get out of debt, get on a budget, start to save, do all those things to get a firm financial foundation so that when you walk into a serious relationship or you walk into a marriage, money is not really the major issue at that point.
Yeah.
The other thing I think is important to note is that my husband, when we got married, he took the debt on as his own. So it was a teamwork, it was partnership as well. So having that discussion while you're single or while you're dating, that's important, because when you lay that proper foundation when it comes to money, it will make your marriage so much easier going into it.
Yeah. So I agree with that. A lot of people who know me, they know that I'm single, and they say, well, I can't date Anthony because I have a lot of debt. Well, that's a lie. If your mindset is, hey, I want to get out of debt, Okay, yeah, we can have a conversation now because I don't have a problem getting back into debt for my wife, and
Yeah.
together we attack her debt. Like I have no problem.
Right.
I mean, I'll switch it all up. I'm like, yo, for real. And then once we pay off her debt, then together, her and I, we get on the Dave Ramsey show and be like, yo, we are debt free. Because you're
Exactly.
right. The right man will love you for you as long as your mindset is, hey, I jacked up because I jacked up, and I want to make it right. And so I love that. You are an author of your newest book called Dump Debt and Build Bank, The Everyday Chick's Guide to Money. Yo, dump the debt, stack this money.
Stack that money.
Let's talk about this. The Everyday Chick's Guide to Money. Give me some principles that every chick needs to know when it comes to dumping debt and stacking this money.
First of all, you got to get on a budget. But before I even get into like the technical stuff, the tactical stuff, the first thing that I actually address in that book is your mindset, addressing the things that you grew up understanding about money as a child. And I have affirmations in there because I believe that we were all created to live an abundant life. And so until you believe that, you won't take the steps necessary to reach that life that was already predestined for you. So first and foremost, get your mind right. And then we're going to get on a budget. And then we're going to start attacking the debt. We're going to call our lenders. We're going to make plans. And if you're paying off debt right now, like now is the best time because you aren't paying interest. You're getting right to the principal. But being smart and strategic about paying off your debt. And then once you pay off your debt, let's talk about building wealth. Let's talk about how do we end the wage gap for women by asking for a raise and negotiating raises. We're going to talk about creating multiple streams of income, starting businesses. But then I even go even deeper. Once you have a family, let's talk about having an estate plan. Let's talk about having life insurance. All those things that I think a lot of books tend to miss, but are so important, especially for women. If you want to have, you need to have an estate plan for your children and for your family. You need to have life insurance.
Listen, let's go back to the mind. Let's go back to your number one thing that you address in your book, the mind.
Yep.
I think on both sides, I can only speak from a male side and then speculate from a female side. So you help me out from the female side. Is it true that most ladies feel as if they have to look a certain way, so they're willing to spend money on hair? You look good. Got your hair done. Got your hair long. You know what I'm saying? They spend extra money on the makeup because they want to make sure their face is not flawless. They spend extra money on the nice clothes. And so one thing I love what you said is before you get to the practical, have an understanding of where you come from. Because if all you saw were your parents and your family spending all this money to look a certain way, to come off a certain way, you don't care how much money you come from. How do we address that young lady that's probably upset with me on YouTube right now for saying this, but internally she knows, yeah, I'll spend $1,500 on a bag. Yeah, I'll spend, $1,000 on some weave. I'll do this. And don't even have $500 in their bag just so they can look a certain way. Address that for me. Am I off? Am I wrong? I'll give you the floor to tell me, Anthony, you dead wrong.
Look, Anthony, I was once that girl who spent hundreds of dollars on hair and makeup and nails. And when you broke, you're going to finally realize that none of that stuff is important, right? Because a pandemic's going to come. Where are you going to go with the hair? Where are you going to go with the nails?
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
So I do believe that women do want to have some aspect of self-care when it comes to their presentation. But one thing I'll tell you that I did when I was getting out of debt, I stopped going to get my hair done professionally. I stopped going to get my nails done. I stopped buying all the makeup and I learned how to do it on my own. So if you really want to get serious about your finances, but still look cute, learn to do it yourself. Learn to DIY, be resourceful. And I think when you have a hunger to get out of debt, to get your finances together, to leave generational wealth, you'll get resourceful. We always figure out a way to do what we want to do.
We really do. And I think sometimes we become lazy. I watched my mom. She was working 3 jobs. I remember a Christmas. We went over to our friend's house on Christmas Day, and we brought our toys over there, and we were so excited about our toys. But then when we saw what our other friends, our other peers got, we started crying. And my mom came back home and said, that's the last Christmas my kids will cry. And so for the next Christmas, the next years and years, my mom didn't work one job. She worked 3 jobs from September to December 13th, every single year, just to make sure that we had a good Christmas. So I say all that to say is you're right. People will find a way when you really want to find a way. Right. And it's like, I trust me, as a single man, I want a beautiful woman. As a brother, I can't tell the difference between $1,000 weave and $1,000 wig and $100 wig. Just as long as you look good, exactly. Do it yourself. So, okay, so we got to address that. We got to address our internal thoughts. What are we thinking inside of our head? What are we putting inside of our head? So once we fix our mind, and I always say our mind is a business, then we get into the practical. And you say get on a budget. I love that. How has budgeting worked for you and in your success when it comes to your money?
Budgeting is everything. Budgeting let me see that I was spending too much money on the hair and the nails and the makeup and sometimes the clothes. So it just gives visibility, and for us, it allows us to plan. Yeah. So we like to budget every 2 weeks, right before we get paid, and we tell our money essentially where it's going. Okay. And the one thing I always recommend in the book is have a calendar with you when you budget, so you know what's coming up and that you're prepared for that birthday or, that unexpected event that's not really unexpected. So budgeting just helps us plan, and it makes you a better steward of your money. Yeah. The Bible talks about weighing the cost. Like, a way that you do that is by budgeting and planning and having a strategy to be a good steward of what God has given you. So budgeting is essential.
Man, I love it. I know, I agree. Budgeting is essential. So I got in trouble for budgeting. I'm not going to bring it up again on this show, but
I remember. I wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't going to say anything.
I got in trouble for budgeting. I'm going to still budget. But just the ladies out there, man, I don't think they really understand the importance of budgeting. Let me ask you this question. What do you think? Was I wrong or was I right?
I knew you were going to ask me this question. As I said, let me have a thoughtful answer when he asked me this question.
You're a woman who understands money, so I want to hear your opinion. Was I wrong for telling her it was not in my budget?
You were not wrong for telling her that.
But I see something wrong on your face, though. Like, you want to say something else.
No, you weren't wrong. But the thing about it is you gave her another option. If you were like, it's not in my budget, that's it. But you said, it's not in my budget, but we can do X, Y, Z. You gave her another option. And so if she was digging you, she would have been like, okay, I'm down with that.
Yeah. I think Mr. Alexander got you right, Before you met him, you probably been like, nah, bro, you was wrong, dog.
No, you were right. You were definitely right.
If you just now tuned into the show, you're at the table. We're having a real, relevant, and
relatable.
My boy's on.
I'm on it today.
My boy's on it today.
I haven't even had a Red Bull. I'm on. Yes. I don't know what's going on.
I'm loving it, boy. Connor on his A game today. And it's probably because we got Fo Alexander on here. That's probably what it is.
I like her energy.
Her energy's on fire.
We'll have her back.
Yeah.
In Nashville, though. Yeah. You live in what, North Carolina, right?
South Carolina. We're going to come when we pay off this house, for sure. Definitely come in.
Oh, come. And we're going to get you on the Dave Ramsey show. We're going to get you on my show and no one else's show because you special. Okay, so when you special, you only do the AO show, and I'll let you do the DR show.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But y'all, we're having an honest conversation, you guys, with someone who's been on LA Times, Yahoo Finance, MSN Money. She's just been all over. She paid off $78,000 in a matter of 3 years, right around $46,000 in about 6 months. Married woman, a new mom. Her name is Fo Alexander, and I'm just so grateful to have her on here. So, Fo, let's dive in deeper. For the ladies watching right now, and for you single brothers watching, pass this on to your young lady. We may not be specifically talking to you, but hey, this is another great way to impress your young lady. If you like, hey, I thought about you, and she was talking some good stuff here. Check this out. I'll get you some brownie points right there. But Fo, how can ladies make money and bring money into their homes? Give us a couple of some practical things that they can do.
So first and foremost, we got to start leveraging what's in our hands. You know, the Bible talks about what's in your house, right? So let's leverage what's in our hands. Everyone has access to the internet. Real estate is a part of building wealth. The new real estate is online real estate. So having an online presence, and the big thing that I push with my moms in my audience is selling digital products and creating things. We are all created to create by the creator.
Yeah.
So creating things that could be of service to other people and offering services and taking up real estate on the online space and building wealth in that way.
Wow.
I think a second way that we have to be more diligent about is asking for what we're worth. If you are in the workforce, then you need to be asking for what you're worth, whether that's taking on a new position that pays more or asking for a raise. I think women have to stand up and start getting what we actually deserve to be paid.
Yeah, I agree with that. It bothers me. I can say this on my show. It bothers me that our ladies are not getting what they deserve to get. I know ladies who honestly work hard and just as hard as me. I haven't met a lot of people who work harder than me, but I have met a lot of ladies who put in long hours, who are great leaders, who are great producers, and they're not making as much money as their counterpart. So I highly, highly, and strongly agree with you that we have to start teaching our ladies to not just ask, but demand for equality and for them to get their money.
I think the bigger thing that this whole pandemic also showed, though, was that, yes, we definitely need to demand it in the workforce, but we have to start creating our own economies by building our own businesses. This whole pandemic showed us, it literally pulled the curtain on everybody, and people got caught with their pants pulled down. Yeah. So, businesses are no longer, a lot of people lost their job. And what that showed me was like, we need to put more emphasis on helping our people start building their own economies, building their own businesses, whether it's full-time or as a side hustle, but leveraging what we have in our house, what we have in our brain. You said your mind is a business. Yeah. You have so many ideas that can turn into profits that can come into your house and do things like help you pay off debt or help you save or help put your child in college. But you got to get started, and you can't necessarily rely on one stream of income. We have to start building multiple streams of income through entrepreneurship, whether that's side hustle or full-time.
You know what I think is a problem, Fo, and correct me if I'm wrong in this. The reason why people are scared, I think they're scared to step outside of their comfort zone to start something that they own. I get a guaranteed paycheck every other Friday. I got 401k benefits. I got 401k. I got extra benefits, health benefits. I have this. I have that. I'm good. And there's nothing wrong with that individual if that's who you really are. But I do believe that there are a lot of, especially ladies, because right now, if you really do the research, this is no knock on anyone. I'm saying this here. No knock on anyone when I say this. This is a fact and this is a stat. The number one rising entrepreneur in America is an African-American woman. Okay? Forbes put that out earlier this year. And so, and what I love about that is showing me that, wow, these ladies are really stepping out. And I think a lot of them are stepping out because they're tired of being treated wrong in the corporate space. Hey, I'm not getting my worth, so I'm going to go get my own worth. I'm going to get my own money and secure my own bag, which is why I believe your book is important to really helping them get out of debt and get in this bag.
True. And I will say, Anthony, the whole concept of consistent paycheck, I have been laid off before. Yeah. I no longer believe in the idea that guarantee, nothing is guaranteed. So because of that, you got to diversify. And so that's what I'm really, really trying to help women do.
I love it. Fo, you the truth, y'all. You the truth. You the truth. And I think you're the truth because you're married to the truth. And call your husband and the baby. And I want to meet Mr. Alexander and the other people before I let you go. I got to meet this brother and ask him just one question.
Okay, let me grab him.
Yeah, grab him. I like this. I need to meet Mr. Alexander.
She's great.
Yeah.
She's awesome. I would love to have them both in.
Yeah. We're going to make this thing happen right
It's not a far drive to South Carolina, right?
No, it's a far drive.
6 hours, 7?
It depends on where she's at. Where's she at?
I don't know. Not
Greenville.
sure.
It's not that far from. How far is Greenville from Nashville?
Oh, you're in Greenville?
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, man, my boy's in Greenville.
Can't be recorded.
John Gray, Todd Gabriel.
That's our pastor.
Oh, you go to Relentless?
Yes.
Oh, man, foe. Yo, I didn't know that. Man, Mr.
Yeah.
Alexander, let me meet this brother.
I can't hear anything.
I know. Oh, sorry.
I got the earphones in. Hey, yo, I can't show my face.
You can't show your face, bro?
Y'all ain't gonna have me in these streets looking crazy. I can't hear you because my wife got the headphones.
Bro, we got to see your face, bro.
It's a man of mystery. I like it.
Okay, all right. He said you're gonna be a mystery then. You're gonna be a mystery, so don't put your face in.
Oh no, I mean I can no. I'll show my face for the good people because
Okay, show your face for the good people.
My daughter.
My God, yo, bro, Alexander, you gotta explain this for the people right now, bro. And congrats, congrats on the child, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. Wait, what am I explaining? Did I just walk into something? Oh Lord,
When you met your wife, like,
hold on.
would you, if she would have said, "Babe, I don't want to get out of debt. I like rocking where I'm at," would you have still married her? Would you have still pursued her?
Ooh, that's an excellent question.
Boy, your wife is staring at you hard.
That would have required a deeper conversation as to why do you feel that way? Because we would definitely have to iron out those details before even thinking about getting engaged or saying I do.
Yeah.
Because then I think it's been tug of war. No, I'd say it's tug of war. When we're on the same side pulling against our goals and everything, it's much more powerful than if she's on one side and I'm on the other side, then we're not going anywhere.
So for the brothers watching right now who are looking at you saying, "Y'all want a wife like that," was y'all's journey easy?
I wouldn't say easy,
Mm-hmm.
but it helped that we talked things out early on and that we got on the same page.
I love it.
So going through things together makes it easier. So even though the obstacle may be hard, when I know we're on the same page and we're in it together, it makes it easier.
Makes it easier, bro.
It sounds like he needs to write a book on relationships.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna tell you what he need to do. He need to write a book on how
Getting a
brothers
haircut.
should be prepared before they get married.
Boom. Best-selling author
That's
right
the
there.
book. You know what I'm saying? Because he said, well, he looked at his wife to make sure she wasn't tripping. And then he was like, yo, easy? No. Was it easier? Yes. That's a wise man. Because he would have said, yeah, it was hard. She'd be like, oh, okay, we're going to talk about this after the show. But yo, hey, man, I just want to say hello to you, man. I heard great things about you, man. Your wife, when she was talking about you when she first met you, her face just lit up. So you are a true brother. I celebrate brothers, especially men who are winning, because we need more brothers like you who are good examples of really how to do it, how to set up your family right. And because of you, you laid down the foundation for your family, and y'all are doing it together. And your newborn, it's just going to have a bright future because of the foundation you laid and what you all are building together on that foundation. So, bro, go take care of your newborn. I'm gonna finish up with your amazing wife, and thank you for supporting her in doing what she was called to do, because she's definitely making a difference, man. So thank you, bro.
Yeah, she is. Thank you, Yayo. Good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you, man. Tell Pastor John Gray I said, what up, you know? Hey, so, Fo, before we go, man, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge tribe member. You know, I'm a supporter. And we're going to put all your information below and so people can see and support you. But where can they follow you? How can they get your books? How can they learn more? How can a young lady come join your tribe, be a part of your circle? Give us all that information.
Sure. So they can find me at girltalkwithfo.com, at girltalkwithfo on all social media platforms. And for my mamas out there, I am mamaandmoney.com, and you can find me on YouTube and all the stuff. So just hit the websites and you'll be able to find me.
What podcast was I on?
Girl Talk with Fo.
Girls Talk with Fo. Y'all, listen. That joint was fire. I'm telling you that right now. And on a Girls Talk with Fo, there's only 2 brothers on her show. Her amazing husband, and who was the other?
You.
That's right, girl. Fo, Fo, you my girl. Yo, Fo, thank you so much for rocking out with me. And man, I'm supporting you. I'm rooting you on. And again, thank you so much for being on the show. Yo, you guys know what's next. Yo, what's going on, Elliot? How are you, man?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. Thanks so much for zooming in with your boy. Appreciate the time, We're going to have a good time, man. Yo, so I hear you got a question for you, boy. We got like 5 minutes. You're in the last 5 minutes of the show, so it's your 5 minutes. Ask me anything you want. Just know this much. I'm going to tell you the truth. We still going to be brothers after this thing, though, all right?
Most definitely.
What's your question, man?
It.
Yeah, hit me up.
Simply, me and my wife are currently working on our master's and be completing that soon. And we're accumulating student loan debt. And I wanted to know, what are your recommendations and advice because we're wondering if we should be paying our student loans if we're accumulating student loans.
How much longer do you have to go on this program?
I'll be finished at the end of this year, and she has a year and a half, 2 years left.
A year and a half, 2 years. What's her master's in?
Marriage and family therapy.
So she has to get a master's degree if she wants to be a therapist. All right. What's your master's in?
Is in management and leadership.
Management and leadership. All right, cool. What is she doing right now for a living? Because here's my thing. I want you to complete because you're already towards the end. I'm having a hard time telling your wife to complete. So for you right now, it's complete. Do not pay back the student loans. Finish it right now. And then as soon as you get out, start attacking. I'm having a real hard time, though, saying that for two and a half years for your wife. And I guess what I'm trying to figure out is it possible? Well, I already know this answer. It is possible, but she'll be upset at me. And it's all good. Tell her I love her. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to finish. I want you to tell your wife to pause. Okay? Then what I want you to do is when you finish, I want you and her to pay cash to finish hers. Because here's my problem. Masters, racking up, both of you all combined are probably already at about $300,000-$400,000 in student loan debt. Where you at?
Once I complete mine, I'll be around 80,000.
Okay.
And then she will, when she complete hers, it'll be around 85,000.
85,000.
So around 160 something.
So where did y'all go for your bachelor's?
I went to both of us went to Oakwood University in Huntsville, Alabama.
Huntsville, Alabama. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I got my bachelor's in theology. I'm a pastor.
Okay.
And she got her bachelor's in theology, but she just went in a different way. We had kids, so she's been a stay-at-home mother our whole marriage thus far.
What church are you at in Huntsville? I know several out there.
Well, I was going to Oakwood University Church when I was in school, but now I pastor in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Shreveport? For real?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's the name of your church in Shreveport? I know some people in Shreveport.
Okay. Yeah, I have 3 churches. I have the Cedar Grove Seventh-day Adventist Church in Shreveport, Mansfield Memorial in Mansfield, Louisiana, and Coshada First in Coshada, Louisiana.
Man, you working, boy. You serving hard. Okay.
I'm trying.
So here's my suggestion. All right. I'm not a fan of student loans. I'm just not. Okay. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you to take out your student loans, but I will answer your question direct. I get sick and tired of influencers and professionals who get the question and they don't answer the question that they ask. They put their own opinions out there. So to answer your question direct, okay, this is what I'm going to tell you. If you're in school, so I tell everyone, if you're in school and you're near the end, I don't want you to worry about paying back your student loans. I want you to finish your degree, okay? And what I also want you to do, because you have a year, your wife has 2.5 years. If she's going to still go through that program, start paying cash wherever you can. So let's say, for an example, if you're borrowing $10,000 a year and you got $5,000 you can put towards it, put $5,000 towards it and only borrow the $5,000. Don't just sit still and just be racking up this debt, okay? So that's the answer to your specific question. Yes, I want you to, don't worry about paying it back. What I want you to do is try to finish off the rest of this year without racking up that much more debt, all right?
Okay.
Now, to your wife, she can go that way. I'm not a huge fan of that way for her because that's 2.5 years. If I was your wife, because Sounds like she's in theology as well. My thought process would be for her, because she can still do counseling through you all's church and still be covered legally there. She just can't do it professionally outside of the spiritual realm. So I would say pause that. Then when you get done, you two together just cash flow hers. And so that way she'll be fine. So if you have another year, that means pause it for a year. Once you get out, then boom, y'all cash flow hers while you're starting to pay back all, while you're starting to pay the debt off. So that's what I would definitely recommend. But, you know, I appreciate you for serving in the kingdom. You know, I'm an ordained pastor myself out of Jacksonville, Florida. Sir. And so I believe in the kingdom assignment. So I definitely want to celebrate you for that. But respectfully saying, I don't believe we need to be racking up, you know, $80,000 in debt to serve God. You know, he has anointed you for this assignment. With or without the degree, you're still anointed, you're still called. And so I say, get strategic. And if your wife is willing to listen to me, I would advise her to just pause. And then you two cash flow hers, but go ahead and finish yours.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so
Pastor
much.
Brooks, man.
It.
Thank you, bro. Praying for you, man. Love you, my brother. And anything I can do,
too, man.
Let me know, man.
Thank you so much, and we definitely appreciate all the content you put out there.
Oh, man. Appreciate you, man. Say hello to your wife for me, bro.
Do just that. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Peace out. Yo, man. Wow. What a day, y'all. Talk to Fo, really how to get this bag as a young lady. I love that. And then you all heard my boy Elliot coming in. Just solid questions, man. Just solid questions. And if you want to ask me a question, if you want to come on here, holla at your boy, ask me anything, email me at askao@ramseysolutions.com, askao@ramseysolutions.com. And you guys, do not forget, we're here every single Monday. And I want to see you here, but bring a friend next time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button. And you know what? I'll see you next week. It's your boy, Anthony O'Neill. Peace out. Goodbye.